reviewing my insane new effects plugin. Let's go. I had to travel to this distant medieval land. Look how beautiful this architecture is actually out here. Okay, so first we're gonna test it on just a basic synth sound, dry AF. Now we're gonna enable legions. Oh, and it works perfectly. As you can hear, it's ping-ponging left and right. Super beautiful already. You don't understand how happy I am to hear this working properly. Let's just mess around with some parameters real quick just so we can see our sound change up a little bit. So you can get really insane results super fast. Ooh. And you might be looking at this GUI thinking, where are all the knobs? Well, they're right here, okay? Shout out Tim Conradi. I was super inspired by his old plugins that had like no GUI labeling. I think it just makes you experiment and listen with your ears more, so that's my thought behind the art and stuff. I'll let you in on the first secret though. If you click on the emeralds at the top and the bottom, now you can see the labels, the percentages, and understand exactly what you're doing. Okay, so now we're gonna go a little bit deeper into everything. So let's start off with the bottom left. This is the diffused night delay. So if you turn the mix up, it's gonna completely take over your sound. So we're gonna keep it medium. Then we got the feedback. So the higher it's turned up, the longer your delay will last. So if it's all the way at 100, it's gonna delay infinitely, so watch out for that. In the middle, we got time, so this is how fast the delays are gonna hit. So at 116 and 32, it's pretty fast. We'll keep it at like 1/4. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. And if you wanna switch to free time, you just click this little switch right here. Now it's just in milliseconds. So you can make it super long, or you can have a quick delay. It sounds crazy when you adjust it and it's live. You can also make it ping pong in stereo. You know I love my left and right binaural audio. And when you're on BPM mode, you can even make it dotted for some different type of movement, or triplet mode. Oh. Next up we got the damp control. So this basically just muddies up the sound, makes it super dense. Hear how like just filled up the sound is now? Super ambient. And then we have our mod at the bottom of the feet. So this is basically an LFO attached to the modulation of the delay. It adds a little bit of movement, changes the pitch a little bit, and just adds some different life and spice to it. So that's the delay night. Alright, so now we're going to be testing out the night reverb. I got this majestic harp. This is a dry sound. Put legions on it. Already blown away. I turned the mix off of the delay, so we just got pure reverb now. That will completely take over the sound as well for the wetness. But yeah, the helmet is the mix, so it's simple. Then we got size, so this is basically how long the reverb will last, so if it's turned up super high. When it's short though, because I know not everyone wants to just have crazy ambient washouts. Then we got width, so this is actually a mono reverb, but it sounds like it's getting wider. I did it because, you know, techno, I just like to have mono stuff, and there is some stereo controls that we're about to get into. Then we got the damp, so this is at nothing. Turn it up. It's kind of depressing sounding, to be honest, but that's also why I like it. And then at the very bottom we have the special knob, so when you turn this up, it's an extra layer of reverb. It's a different type, and this one is stereo, super spatial and wide. You don't even need to turn the mix on, you can just have that one at the bottom and it's still like perfect, honestly. You hear that? That's one knob. Now we're gonna test the middle spectators on this insane bass line. Shout out to my ghost producer for helping me. Like, I want to make the best music. But yeah, basically the left half is the dry. So yeah, this is dry. Now we're gonna enable it. I accidentally had the distortion way turned up. We're gonna mute the reverb and delay just so you can hear. The first women spectator is the Sasha saturation, so super powerful, but like really clean and round. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just really beautiful. All of them on the right side are the voltage control if you want to just turn it up even more. Then we got the soft distortion. Turn it up, it's pretty chill, nothing too crazy. All of these are pretty minimalistic and clean because I didn't want to like super destroy your sound instantly. Then we got the wave shape, so we can turn her up. You hear how this is just like hitting way harder now, but not in an extreme way. So super beautiful. Then we got the boost, so this is like very minimalistic, but still if you just want to turn it up an extra notch, there you go. They are routed pretty uniquely throughout the chain, but I'll show you more in the behind the scenes in a second. Alright, so now we're going to test the last main effect. So we got just a dry shaker, nothing too crazy. Enable legions. So the birds in the top right are the time domain stereo reverb. It's really simple controls. We just got mix and then decay for the seconds of how long you want it to last. In the Mac version, it is a Zeta reverb. It's still really beautiful and stereo and the same controls, just a little bit different sounding because the code was not compatible. I got this pad though to test it out a little bit. Like you can see it's dry and then we turn it on. This reverb is super airy, like it's not gonna take over your sound, but it's a nice little sprinkle on top. You can just hear the decay. Beautiful perfection, honestly. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the final secrets of Legions. I pretty much went over everything, but if you click on the logo, some presets come up. It's honestly not the best because you have to individually load them, but I made a folder of some. Oh, that one's bad. Now I want to show you some behind the scenes though. I made it with Synth Edit. You can see how everything's routed. For my first Synth Edit plugin, I think it looks pretty clean. The most difficult things that drove me insane were the little details like the emerald labels and just getting all the art perfect. I literally made every single mistake possible. That's why I really hate this, but I love it. I did get some help from my friends in the Synth Edit community, but most of this was a solo project. If you want to get the plugin, you can buy it now on zayne.xyz/shop. It's $44. I'm trying to be a premium luxury company and make just the best quality art and music stuff. You know, making plugins like my #1 passion in life, so when you support me, like it genuinely changes my life so much, so thank you. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you want to know what's next for me, I decided that I want to go all in on music for 2024. You know, it's my dream to be the best artist and musician of all time, so I want to chase that. There are still some plugins that I need to create to bring all the music that I want to life, but I need to find a dev to help me because I have insane ideas and working on these plugins alone is honestly just not as fun. And honestly, I've made the best art and music stuff when I collab with other people, so comment down below, hit me up, let me know your thoughts on the plugin. Yeah, I'm gonna take over the entire art and music world. Chase your dreams no matter what. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.